It is the autumn of 9 AD, and the dense, mist-shrouded Teutoburg Forest in Germania is about to become the grave of 3 Roman legions. For centuries, Rome has marched outward, swallowing Gaul, Hispania, and the edges of the known world. But here, in the trackless wilds east of the Rhine, a young chieftain named Arminius will orchestrate the annihilation of an army that believed itself invincible. What unfolds over 3 rain-soaked days is not merely a battle, but the moment when the Roman eagle first falters, when the dream of a world under one emperor meets the nightmare of Germanic resistance. The empire will never fully recover. But how does it come to this? To understand Teutoburg, we must step back into the final years of Augustus, the first Roman emperor whose reign has transformed a fractured republic into a colossus. By 9 AD, Rome's legions have pushed beyond the Rhine, subduing tribes with a mixture of gold, terror, and the promise of civilization. Publius Quinctilius Varus, a Confederate administrator, more at home in marble courts than muddy forests, governs the new province of Germania Magna. Varus is no soldier king. He is a tax collector with an army, convinced that Roman law and Roman roads will tame the barbarians. He trusts the Germanic auxiliaries who ride at his side, never suspecting that the most dangerous among them wears a Roman cloak. That man is Arminius, born a Cheruscan prince, taken hostage as a boy, raised in Rome, and granted citizenship for his service in the Auxilia. Arminius has seen the empire from within. He has fought in Roman wars, dined with senators, and learned Latin fluency. But he has also watched his people's sacred groves cut for Roman forts, their warriors enslaved, their daughters taken as concubines. By 9 AD, Arminius, now 25, has returned to Germania as a respected leader. Secretly, he has forged an alliance of tribes, Cherusci, Marsi, Chauti, Bruteri, who hate Rome more than they hate one another. For years he has played the loyal ally, feeding Varus false intelligence, lulling him into complacency. The trap is set. Late summer brings rumors of rebellion in the north. Varus, eager to crush dissent before winter, marches with the 17th, 18th, and 19th legions, 15,000 legionaries, plus 6 cohorts of auxiliaries, and a sprawling baggage train of civilians, merchants, and camp followers. In total, perhaps 20,000 souls. The column stretches for miles, a serpent of red cloaks and iron discipline winding through narrow forest paths. Varus believes he is on a routine punitive expedition. Arminius rides at his side, offering friendly advice about the quickest route. He suggests cutting through the Teutoburg Forest, where the trees grow so thick that sunlight barely touches the ground. Varus, trusting his friend, agrees.
The forest is a living thing. Oaks older than Rome, tangled undergrowth, sudden ravines, and sucking bogs that swallow a man's leg to the thigh. Rain has fallen for days, turning paths to mire. The Romans march in summer tunics, their heavy shields slung, joking about the barbarians who will scatter at the sight of the eagle standards. Arminius has vanished ahead, ostensibly to rally loyal tribes. In truth, he is positioning 80,000 warriors, farmers, hunters, and spearmen who know every root and hollow along a 15-kilometer stretch of sunken track between the forest and the great bog. Day 1 dawns gray. The Roman column enters the defile single file, shields bumping, mules braying under loads of tents and grain. Scouts report nothing. Then the first arrows hiss from the trees, short, powerful bows loosing shafts that punch through mail at close range. Germanic warriors, faces painted with ash and blood, erupt from the undergrowth in small bands, strike, and melt away. The Romans form testudo, shields locked, but the ground is uneven, the path narrow. Javelins arc over the canopy and fall like iron rain. The baggage train stalls, panic ripples back. Varus orders the column to halt and entrench. Legionaries fell trees with axes, piling logs into a marching camp barely large enough for half the force. That night, thunder rolls and rain lashes the leather tents. Deserters, Germanic auxiliaries, slip away into the dark. Varus still believes this is a raid, not a war. Day 2 is worse. Arminius has dammed streams upstream. Water rises ankle-deep, then knee-deep, turning the path into a quagmire. The Romans must abandon wagons, slaughter mules for meat, leave the wounded. When they try to advance, the Germans attack in waves, always from the flanks, always retreating before the legions can form proper lines. The forest echoes with war horns carved from aurochs bone, a sound that chills even veteran centurions. By noon, the column is fragmented, the rear guard cut off. Varus sends cavalry to break through. They charge into a ravine and are swallowed by spearmen waiting behind earthen banks. That evening, the Romans camp on a low hill, surrounded by a hasty ditch. Fires sputter in the rain. Morale frays. A tribune suggests retreat to the Rhine, but Varus fears disgrace. He trusts Arminius will return with reinforcements. Instead, captured Germans, allowed to escape, whisper that the Cheruscan prince leads the ambush. Varus refuses to believe it.
Day 3 begins with a storm. Lightning splits the sky as the Germans launch their final assault. They have built a low wall of earth and felled trees across the path, funneling the Romans into a killing ground. Thousands of warriors rise from the mist like ghosts, screaming the names of their gods. The legions, exhausted, hungry, and soaked, form their last battle line. Pilum volleys thin the front ranks, but the Germans have numbers and the ground. They charge barefoot through the mud, axes cleaving Roman shields, long swords hacking at necks exposed above armor. The eagle standards sway. One by one, the legions are enveloped. Centurions die with their vines of office clutched in dead hands. Varus, seeing the end, falls on his sword in the classic Roman fashion, noble, futile. His body is later found mutilated, head sent as a trophy to Maroboduus, king of the Marcomanni, who refuses it and forwards it to Rome. The surviving tribunes follow their governor into death or captivity. By dusk, the forest is silent except for the croak of ravens. 20,000 Romans lie dead or dying among the trees. The 3 eagle standards, symbols of invincibility, are captured. A handful of prisoners are sacrificed on heathen altars, their blood soaking the roots of sacred oaks. Arminius stands atop the earthen wall, cloak drenched in rain and gore, and knows he has changed the world. News reaches Rome weeks later. Augustus, now 72, wanders the palace at night crying, "Quinctilius Varus, give me back my legions." The Rhine becomes the empire's frontier for 4 centuries. Germania remains free. Arminius will fight Rome again, winning at Itus Diviso, only to lose unity among the tribes. In 19 AD, his own kinsmen will murder him, fearing his growing power. But Teutoburg endures. The forest reclaims the battlefield. Roman helmets rust in the peat, bones bleach beneath moss. For the Germans, it is the moment they prove that Rome was not fate. For the empire, it is the wound that never fully heals. A reminder that beyond the limes, the world is wild and the barbarians are waiting.